Meteorologist Mark Molnar as your host for Weather Northeastern. Let's get right into some viewer sending photos. Lucas D from Linden, Texas. Take a look at some of these beautiful picturesque photos across the area. Look at all the colors across the sky here in Linden, Texas, making a lot of us up north here very jealous as we continue with a lot of cloudy skies. But Lucas snapping some beautiful HD photos here of some beautiful skies and cloud structures. Lots of cumulus clouds out there, to say the least, and even some cumulonimbus at times here in Linden. Take a look at this beautiful HD video of a butterfly and everything that is out and about here in Linden. As I said, spring is in full swing. We are deep into spring here in Linden, Texas, and take a look at all the foliage blowing around here across Linden, Texas. All the leaves are pretty much on the trees at this point. Not much I can say here across the north. Most of the buds haven't even started on most of the trees. We've had such a cold time of it. We've had some warmer weather as of late. But here in Linden, take a look at this. Nice time lapse of some interesting clouds looking very overcast. A lot of stratus clouds mixed in with this cloud deck. But as you can see, quite interesting, as you will be seeing a lot of these type of cloud structures and even more violent cloud structures in the cumulonimbus variety over the next week or two as we get tremendous amounts of rain and thunderstorms across the Linden area. Let's take a look at those maps here. Across Linden, over towards Houston, Shreveport, New Orleans. Look at these areas, upwards of 4-inch plus amounts. Some areas across Louisiana and East Texas could see upwards of the 6 to 8-inch variety. Tremendous amounts of rain continuing here across the Gulf Coast states. As you can see, there's no shortage of wet weather here from the Carolinas southward to Georgia and Mississippi and Alabama. Up here in the Northeast, we're dealing with lesser amounts. You'll see those scattered showers closer to the weekend. And here out west, unfortunately, that proverbial pattern of the last 2 years that we can't get rid of is coming back. Very dry, not even a drop of rain to be found. Let's take a look at that pattern setting up for the next at least 2 weeks. I want to make note of something here in the Northeast Pacific. Tremendous amounts of warm sea surface temperatures is not only going to intensify this drought in the short term, but it's going to eventually continue to increase these temperatures. And that's really bad news, because that's going to increase the evaporation rate and whatnot, and you're going to get this drought accelerating. Unfortunately, back east where we do not need the rain, systems will continue to eject off the Rocky Mountain Plateau and the Mexican Plateau and strengthen as they head across the south here. We'll even see some weaker systems here across the north and some cooler temperatures for this time of year, although it will feel warmer than you have been the last, say, 4 or 5 months with this horrendous winter you saw. So let's get right into those surface maps, starting with the midpoint of the week, Wednesday. Take a look at this. As I said, a lot of these temperatures are slightly below normal, but the good news is most of us here in the Northeast have dealt with such tremendously low temperatures the last couple of months that this feels like quite a break. And as you can see, we will be dealing with nice sunny skies across the area. 60 to 65 degrees, a very popular temperature here in northern New England, held into the lower to mid 40s and northward into southern Quebec. Heading on into your Thursday, we start to increase clouds a little bit from the west. We've got some nice sunny skies here in New England. But as I said, the backside of high pressure, we start to get some warming trend here. We start to get into the mid to upper 60s in many areas, and maybe even some locations, especially south of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border, getting upwards of 70 degrees. Start to get some increasing clouds, maybe some spritzels of rain late in the day. Heading on into Friday, that system starts to approach here, especially across southern Ontario, southern Quebec, and we even get some more showers developing across upstate New York, the Adirondacks, the White Mountains, and temperatures will be held down with those increasing clouds across the area. So 50s, upper 50s, very popular, even some low 60s for highs. Heading on into your Saturday, we try to scour out some of this low cloud deck. We still have a chance of showers here across much of the eastern part of the Northeast, even stretching back to the eastern Great Lakes here, with some weak disturbances moving across southern Ontario. Also another disturbance here just off the coast heading back towards southern New Jersey. But the good news is most areas will see at least partly to mostly sunny skies. There is a 30% chance of those afternoon showers where we get the instability. But as you see, temperatures really warming up nice. Some areas even approaching 70 south of the New York State Thruway here. Here into northern New England, we're still holding down into the 50s in most locations, even some upper 40s here north of the U.S.-Canadian border. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern. I'll have a 5-day outlook for my hometown viewers from the Binghamton to Scranton, Elmira, Upper Susquehanna region of upstate New York into northeast Pennsylvania. Don't forget to like me on Facebook at MeteoMark, subscribe to me on YouTube at MeteoMark.com, it's Twitter at WX Northeastern, and Google Plus at MeteoMark. Here's that 5-day. Stretching from the midpoint of the week all the way through the weekend. Look at this Wednesday. We're warming up into the 60s, low 60s. Mostly sunny both Wednesday and Thursday. Increasing clouds after 5 p.m. Wednesday, or Thursday for that matter. Lows down into the low to mid 30s, but warming up nicely to the low to mid 60s. It's Wednesday night, or Thursday night into Friday. We start to get some of those showers moving in into Friday. Scattered showers held down into the upper 50s. Then heading on into Saturday, we warm it back up into the upper 60s. Very nice. Chance of an afternoon shower. And clearing out a little bit for Sunday. Just a chance of another shower. That's going to do it for this edition of Weather Northeastern.